My name is Dick Van Dyke, and I've got a secret.
I've got a secret. Brought to you tonight by Green Whip, the light, delicious topping that won't wilt on your dessert. Green Whip. Now,
on this show. All right, so they're going to have to guess what you're going to do with those shoes. Panel, to help you with the game, the clue to Miss Wendler's secret concerns something she's going to do. We'll start the questioning with Betsy, please.
Nancy, are those ski boots?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they didn't look like it on the behind. Well, are you going to do something on skis?
No.
For us this evening? Does it have anything to do with snow?
No.
Does it have anything to do with your bare tops then?
No.
Your little bare legs, I mean, and all. Does it have anything to do with any of your attire?
Yes.
But not the top half?
No.
How about the bottom half?
Yes.
It does. With the boots then?
Yes.
Does it have something to do with water?
No.
Instead of snow?
There's $20 down, $60 to go. Let me say these are legitimate ski boots which have been adapted for a given purpose, and that purpose is the secret. So, Henry Morgan, you're up.
You going to stamp out ants? Are you going to jump up and down in some way? Are you going to be kicking something?
No. No.
It's an athletic thing.
No.
No.
No?
No.
You going to start walking across the continent?
No.
You going to do the twist the hard way?
No.
That's the only way there is, isn't it?
Yes. For people like me, anyway.
All right, we've lost 40. We have 40 to go. And, Dorothy, we haven't given you too much to go on, but have a go at it.
Well, have a go. Has there anything been applied to the soles of the shoes?
Yes.
Oh. Suction cup?
Suction cup?
No.
Steel
Well,
runners?
we cannot say it is not suction cups, but we can't say it's not anything like that. If you say it's...
Magnet?
Anything like on golf shoes, those spike things?
No.
Adhesive, magnet kind of thing? Are you going to climb the wall?
Not magnet, and yet we cannot say not adhesive either, can we?
Not magnet.
In a different position than what you normally would.
Walk across the ceiling.
Like the ceiling, like a fly.
All right, we've lost 60. We got 20 to go, and we go to Bill Cullen, please.
Dorothy was doing beautifully till Betsy and Henry decided to help her. That's the story of the, I know, that's the story of this show. Nancy, you are going to perform a feat that requires your feet. I didn't mean it that way. You're going to perform a thing which requires that your feet adhere to something, right?
Yes, sir.
You're going to walk out the ceiling without saying goodbye.
You're a bad fellow. Not without saying goodbye, but she is, on this show, what else? She's going to walk on the ceiling. Now, to explain how she is going to accomplish this feat, let's meet John F. Hurd, a senior engineer in space technology for the Aerospace Division of the Martin Marietta Corporation. Mr. Hurd, sir, will you come up? Now, panel, one aspect of Mr. Hurd's job is to solve problems that future space travelers are going to have to cope with. For instance, how will an astronaut get around his spaceship when he's in zero gravity, that is, when he's in a state of weightlessness? Mr. Hurd, would you tell us what you have learned about this problem? My first inclination would be to say you make the whole floor of the spaceship's cabin out of magnets and then have magnetized shoes.
Well, magnetic shoes would be pretty heavy, and the magnetism may possibly interfere with electronic equipment.
Mm-hmm. So what have you come up with as an idea for this?
Well, we propose to use a material called Velcro.
Now, a lot of people don't know what Velcro is. It happens that I do, but a lot of people don't, so maybe we better explain.
All right. Composed of two materials, one of which is surfaced with thousands of tiny hooks.
Little hooks of nylon.
Right.
Yeah.
The other is like a rug. It's a pile, which are continuous loops. And you press the two pieces together and try to pull it apart.
You just can't do it. I suppose I can peel it, can I?
You may peel
But
it.
I can't lift it. You know, we use this a lot in television on quick change costumes when you haven't got time for a zipper. Now, don't let that tearing sound make you believe that this can only be used once. We can put it right back down again, and it's just as hard to get off. All right, so now, how does that apply to the space problem here?
Well, we would put the pile or the rug on the floor of the cabin and the material on the bottom of the astronaut's shoes.
Now, would you show us the bottom of your shoes with that new material that we talked about? See, now she's got the hooks on her feet. All right, and so now let's open the curtain and provide you with a very small amount of ceiling. Now, this material up here is the one that Mr. Hurd described that has the loops in it. And she's going to, like that. Oh, and by the way, one thing I think is an interesting sidelight. This young lady is not a trained acrobat. If any of you secretaries think you have a hard job, she is a secretary at the company that makes this, but she's so cute and petite, they said, you, come. So she's not too comfortable by it, but she'll do it. All right, Nancy. Here we go. First, we got to get them planted firmly on there because we don't want to drop this lovely creature. Get the hooks engaged with the loops. We check to make sure. And now, if you'll support her, I'll push the boxes out from under. All right, and here goes Nancy. Good luck. How about that? Interesting, huh? Mr. Hurd, one question I'd like to ask. Obviously, you had to remove her shoes. They were so tightly gripped. Now, how could a space cadet walk if the grip's that hard?
Well, in space, you'd only require maybe 1/10 to 1/4 of the surface that we have.
Because of the much lesser gravity.
There's no gravity.
No gravity at all, so you'll have to have hardly any hooks at all.
That's right.
Well, thank you, Nancy. You're a very brave young secretary and a very pretty girl. She is smiling. Mr. Hurd, thank you very, very much. Well, now, June may be the wedding month, but this is certainly the really big engagement season. Which is true, I don't know. It must have something to do with mistletoe, I guess. Anyhow, in honor of all of you 1962 brides-to-be, here is a romantic new dessert called Dream Whip Angel Cake. Now, to make it, you just slice an angel food cake into 3 layers. Then you whip up 2 boxes of Dream Whip using almond flavoring and cover each layer with Dream Whip and canned or frozen peach slices. And I tell you, it's really, really great. And so, of course, is Dream Whip. It stays so fresh, it's full of real, fresh whipped flavor hour after hour. And therefore, it lets you make desserts like angel cake long before dinner, because it won't wilt like other toppings, you know. And you know, Dream Whip is so low in calories, too, only 17 per tablespoon serving. So keep several boxes in your kitchen cabinet. Always fresh, always ready, and always waiting. Dream Whip. Now I would like to greet our next guest. Please, if you will come in, young man. Sit down and get your friend up on your lap there, and I'd like to find out first what your name is and where you're from.
William Hatfield from Hamden, West Virginia.
William Hatfield from Hamden, West Virginia. And what's your friend's name?
Brownie.
Brownie. Now, panel, Brownie is here tonight for a very special reason. Mr. Hatfield, will you whisper your secret to me, and we'll show it at the same time to our audience at home? Well, now, wait a minute. Tell me more. How about that? That's great. Panel, to help classify Bill's secret, the clue concerns something that happened, and Henry, we'll start with you, please.
Bill, this may sound like a peculiar question, but we have a peculiar show. Are you sighted?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is not a seeing eye dog. That's what he wants to know, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, did you train the Brownie to do something in particular?
No, sir.
Did Brownie do something on his or her own?
It's a his.
His own, which was noteworthy.
It's a two-part secret. The first phrase we showed concerned what happened to Brownie, and the second part was the resulting activity.
Oh, was it? Probably was in the nature of an accident.
Yes, sir.
Did Brownie fall
Yes.
in water?
No.
We've lost $20. We have 60 to go. Dorothy Collins, please.
If I could remember facts I read about this, I think.
You think you read about it?
I think I did.
It's quite possible. It was in the papers.
But I can't remember where. And I think it was in he fell in a mine shaft.
He fell in what?
A mine shaft?
Fell in a mine shaft. Absolutely right. $40 down, $40 to go. We go to Bill Cullen.
Very good, Dorothy. Very good. Very good. There's more.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Very good, Dorothy. Would we be interested in determining the height from which Brownie fell?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think that would help them with to get the secret.
Was Brownie injured?
No.
Is it remarkable that Brownie wasn't injured? Is that what we're looking for?
Nope.
No.
Are we looking for who Brownie fell on? The idea is Brownie fell in a mine shaft a distance of so many feet and is here today to have it told about. Brownie's going to tell about it?
Oh, yes, we were chatting backstage.
Oh, fine.
Hated to interrupt him. He was doing Lincoln's Gettysburg Address at the time, but...
Bill is silly tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying, Henry. I'm trying to get... would we care to know what mine... No, that is no... Would we care to know the depth of the mine shaft? Would it be any help at all?
No.
And so we go to Betsy, having lost $60.
Well, Brownie usually doesn't hang around a mine shaft, I wouldn't think. So maybe you were down in the mine, and that's why Brownie was on the outside?
No.
Had there been an accident or something at the mine?
A mine
that's
accident?
Why Brownie was there?
No.
No.
Did Brownie bring anyone out of the mine?
No.
Or lead anybody out of the way? That's not silly.
As silly as I am.
Then there was no one's life saved in what Brownie did?
No.
Did he jumped out of the shaft after he fell into it?
No. Panel, you may have noticed that Brownie here is a little thin for a dog of his size, but there's a reason for it. A little over 2 months ago, Brownie crawled into an abandoned coal mine and became trapped there. And there he would have stayed, except for the efforts of his owner, Bill Hatfield here, who almost single-handedly spent over 30 days trying to dig him out. This is a marvelous story of stamina and certainly of devotion. Bill, I understand that you were out hunting with Brownie when he disappeared. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
How long did it take you to find him?
18 days.
18 days. You mean Brownie was found alive in the mine after 18 days without food or water?
Oh, he's water in there. Natural seepage.
Oh, natural seepage gave him drinking water, but there was no food. Uh-huh. Well, once you discovered him alive, what did you do?
I started digging for him.
Started digging for him? Now, here's a picture of the opening of the mine shaft. I don't know that it really tells you too much. Here is a friend who later came along to help Bill. He's in the opening, and then the part where Brownie is much smaller, way down in. But it'll give you a small idea of some of the problem involved. Now, one thing that puzzles me, I know that you have a job in West Virginia. How did you manage to do your work and dig, too?
Well, I dug eating when I come in from work.
When you came home from work, you would resume digging.
Yes, sir.
And I am told that on many and many and many a night, he dug all the way through the night until the morning and then went right back to work and then started digging again the next night. He did this for 31 straight days. How did Brownie finally get out of the mine?
The Reese Equipment Company of Bluefield donated the bulldozer.
The story got in the newspapers, and a couple of the construction companies donated bulldozers and equipment, and still it took them 3 days more to get him out. After a grand total of 52 days, Bill Hatfield's devotion to his dog resulted in Brownie's rescue. Now, Bill, I want to thank you for sharing this experience with us. Your prize money will be waiting for you backstage. And as for Brownie, I think he deserves something after his ordeal. So to Brownie, we're also giving $80 prize money. I'm sure everybody joins me in wishing you a happy new year, and I hope if you ever fall into anything, Brownie will dig you out. Thanks a lot. Isn't that nice? Interesting little sidelight to this story. I should have brought it up while Bill was out here. He and I were chatting before the show, and he said that before the dog had fallen into the mine and was rescued, he was a kind of vicious dog, not with Bill. He was fine with Bill, but he was a one-man dog, and he would bite people. And now he's the friendliest dog you ever saw in your life. So his attitude changed. So friends, if you've got a mean dog, throw him down a well, and... We'll meet our special guest in just a moment, but first, here's an important message for you.
Night, dear.
Night, Henry.
Oh, by the way, our vacation's all set. I got the plane ticket today.
But I thought we were driving downtown.
Takes too long. Besides, we'd spend half of our vacation just getting there.
We'll need a car when we get there. We'll be stuck at the hotel the whole time.
Good night, dear.
Say, Hertz!
Just call Hertz or your travel agent to reserve a new Chevrolet or other fine car. And spend all your vacation on vacation. The low Hertz rate includes everything: insurance, gas and oil. Even if you buy it on the road. And with Hertz, you can rent it here, leave it there. Rent a car in one town, leave it with Hertz in any other town for just a small service charge. When you need a car, remember, Hertz. Let Hertz put you in the driver's seat.
During the commercial, Henry Morgan said to Dorothy, he said, gee, what a cheap show. They could at least have sent the dog to Europe. That's a lovely idea, isn't it? All right, now, my friends, I want you to meet our very special guest, and I do mean special. Close personal friend of mine, I'm proud to say. I'm also proud to say that he is the star of his own series, which is one of the very few new hits on television this year. He is the star of the Dick Van Dyke Show, so who else? Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke. Dick, we did that comedy bit at the beginning of the show, don't you remember?
Oh, that's right. I did that already, didn't I?
Yes, you
I'm
did.
Sorry. Thank you.
Oh, what a sneak. Hi, Dick. Welcome.
How are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to you.
Now, of course, the big news in your department right now is that the time and the day of your Dick Van Dyke Show is changing. When is that?
As of this week, we'll be on Wednesday nights at 9:30 instead of Tuesdays. Wednesday at 9:30.
Wednesday at 9:30, so tomorrow is when the change takes place.
What is...
No, day after tomorrow. I'm so confused.
That's right, day after tomorrow. We won't be on tomorrow.
No, you won't be on tomorrow,
We'll be
but
on
you will
Wednesday.
be on Wednesday, 9:30.
Right, and for the rest of the season.
Okay. Now then, oh, by the way, it's a swinging show. It's a marvelous show.
Thank
It's a
you
great
very
cast.
much.
Yeah. Now, we all know that Dick Van Dyke is a great pantomimist, so we're going to pose a little puzzle for the panel. Dick is going to act out a couple of little scenes in pantomime, and we'll start with Betsy and Bill as a team. Don't talk while he's doing this, because we don't want to break the spell, but you'll be trying to make up a story that fits what he's doing and see if it comes out to exactly what he will be doing. Now, we'll let the studio audience and the audience at home know what this little scene is about. Everybody knows. Everybody knows but the panel. It'll be up to Bill and to Betsy to guess what this is. So, Dick, oh, by the way, Norman Paris, little background music, please, if you will. Thank you, Dorothy. Let's see if Bill and Betsy can give us what that plot was all about.
Well, knowing Betsy's marital status, I have to let her go first. I think I'm right. I don't know. Go ahead.
Really? It has something to do with marriage?
Has something to do with your marriage.
Something to do with my marriage. Maybe. I'm married to a doctor. This is it. You went to a doctor's office and you got undressed, and that there was a nurse that you kind of.
No nurse.
No. Well, I don't know who you poked in the eye though, and nearly ruined your playing hands or something. Are you a pianist in this?
No.
Wait,
We're
he
on the right
just...
track to start.
Yes.
He went to a doctor's office to take a physical for induction maybe into the Army.
That's exactly right.
That was a nurse and a doctor's family and a
And he
There was not a nurse there.
No.
Well, what was all that stuff, that smoke coming in your mouth and all of that?
No, I was trying to mislead you. That was reading the
eye chart.
The eye chart.
eye
No,
chart.
I don't mean that. I mean when you went...
That's simple, the Very simple.
I'm going along.
Showing that I smoked.
The doctor wanted to know if he smoked. That's...
I'm one of the few people in the world who can pantomime smoke.
Yes. Oh, right. Henry and Dorothy, did you have any inkling of what it was?
I thought it was the induction center.
Induction center, that's what it is. And that awful moment, you know, when they take all your clothes off, except your shoes and socks.
Yeah.
You feel so terrible because, you know, there are 80 other guys in the place. And what I noticed is that the bankers, who look so good in line, and, you know, then the laboring folk with the rougher clothes, then you take the clothes off, and here's the banker sitting there with a big white tummy, you know, and the truck driver's over like that, and he looks great, why?
Clothes make the man.
They sure do. All right, now let's try Dorothy and Henry out, and we'll see what comes of this. Oh, Norman, a little background music, please.
Thank you, Norman.
That's all right. All right, Dorothy, you go first.
I had three thoughts. No, two thoughts. I thought at first it was, what did I say first?
Shaving.
Shaving. And then Henry said salad, making a salad.
I
And
said
then
he's diapering a baby.
And then you said what?
He's diapering a
Diapering a baby, that's what it was. Well, 1 minute. I got 1 minute.
It's supposed to be more misleading than that.
Dick has got to show you something, Dick. I don't mean to impose on you, but we were talking about the funny way he used his body, you know. He did the dog on his... He can walk like a spider. Will you show him that?
Oh. Okay, I got to loosen up a little bit to do it. How long have we got? Okay. A spider walking.
Dick, we're fresh out of time. I want to save the closing few seconds to remind the folks again that the Dick Van Dyke Show is moving to Wednesday nights, 9:30. We will see you then because I'll be watching. Goodbye out there.
Goodbye.
Now, here's the message of interest.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm San Fernando Red. with the help of the remote cameras and some friends of mine, we'd like to recite our poem about our favorite television show. When my swindles go berserk and shady deals don't pay, I don't give in to honest work. I merely smile and say, to life's misfortunes pay no heed, although they leave you flat. If a few good laughs are all you need, I know just where they're at. As I sit and watch the screen, with joy my heart is melting. Of course you know the show I mean. It's the one that stars, oh, well, you can't expect us matinee idols to be poets too, you know. Anyhow, something about Tuesday night on most of these stations, I think.
This commerce gown by Louise Brunet of Travel and Maternities of New York.
This is Robert Sterling. Don't let Ichabod fool you. Behind that placid exterior lurks a sly sense of humor. Ichabod and Me, tomorrow on most of these CBS television stations.
I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by the light, delicious dessert topping, Dream Whip, another fine product of General Foods. The preceding program was pre-recorded. This is John Cannon speaking.
Oh, it's fun, isn't it?
And who subscribes to it?
Go on, push the button.
Think of the fun you could have on
the tube.
The tube?
Tube.
TV tubes.
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's going to be a lot more fun
If you keep going the way you're going.
Go on, push the button.
Please subscribe.
I hope they're watching.